Hello, everyone. So I will try in the next 40 minutes to keep you awake. I'll do my best, at least. Geek alert, I will not be so technical as Alex before, but I will try to touch some technical bits as part of our demo. Yeah. So today, I will not speak about data, or I'll speak about a special breed called unstructured content. In simple words, it's about documents and associated metadata. It's about audio, video files. It's about medical images, but not only files. It's also about the metadata associated with. Yeah. And believe me, it's a large amount of unstructured content that is managed by the enterprise customers. And even though it's an old concept, the formerly known enterprise content management, it's really hot today. It's about the digitization, it's about automation, it's about business processes. So I will be more focused on solving business problems than technical bits today. Okay, sorry for that. Now, to have some context, I will just spend some minutes to tell you about our company. We have started our journey back in 2000, so you can call us old or proven, our words, or wise, hopefully. And the second idea, we are really specialized. Right? So since the year 2000, we have spent a lot of time and effort and passion to manage unstructured content and processes, content-centric processes. And what I've done in the first years, we have been working with some key vendors at that moment, with the best of breed. And later on in 2009, we started to invest in our own software products. And this is what we are doing today. So we have our own IP. And by the way, at the same time, back in 2009, we have invested in our own data center, a local data center, to provide local cloud services as an option, complementary from our perspective with what big hyperscalers are doing today. The last but not least, we are global. Since 2014, we are playing globally with partnering with big names, and you have some names from our esteemed customers based. So this is how we are structured. We have a division called Digital Business Solution focused on software, own IP. We do have the second division, Cloud and Infrastructure Solutions. So, Alex before asked you about collocation. Do you know what collocation means? We know very well what collocation means. And not only collocation, but also all kind of flavors like platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and software as a service. We are combining our data center. We have a brand name, StarVault, with Azure and AWS and the big cloud vendors. And by the way, we are also using our own software products as part of our outsourcing division. We have a business process outsourcing division focused on processing millions of documents every single month. So we are really eating our own dog food, right? What we are using there is Star Capture and Seal, our own software products. Okay, so moving on the infrastructure side, we are providing different types of services from collocation, simple collocation. We are just hosting some workloads, some, hardware environments. But we are providing also infrastructure as a service and data protection as a service and security as a service and, in the end, software as a service based on our own software products. Now, let me tell you something about unstructured content. First of all, our sweet spot is the enterprise landscape. We are solving business problems coming from big customers in top industries like BFSI, banking, insurance, energy, telecommunication, manufacturing, automotive, aerospace. Yes, we have technology behind, but it's all about solving business problems in the end. And main challenges, let's say, it's about taking the content, sitting in different island of information, I don't know, in file shares, in different locations, different geographies, sitting, being created by different applications like SAP or Salesforce or Microsoft or Oracle, and consolidate all this unstructured content and associated metadata, and creating a layer of governance, a unified layer of governance, you know, and also making this content available for business processes. Yeah? So in simple words, consolidate to save costs, to increase productivity, and I don't know, to increase compliance, just to touch three different areas. This is the old school ECM, enterprise content management. Is not a new concept, you know. You'll hear several times about document management systems, ECM, sometimes moving into process automation space, BPM and stuff like that. Yes. ECM today, it's a new name, you know, CSP, Content Service Platform. It's a new buzzword, you know, in Gartner language. And this is what we are doing, you know. We are providing a next generation platform focused on content and content-driven processes with a lot of features coming from the modern age, you know. Design for cloud, design for mobility, with a lot of focus on user experience, with a metadata-driven architecture, and so on. This is SEAL. It's our flagship product. So SEAL is not a simple ECM or DMS, you know. You see some, I don't know, 6 bullets or 5 bullets here. So we have created a product covering several areas, you know. A traditional, let's say, enterprise content management plus an enterprise records management focused on compliance, so productivity plus compliance together with automation piece, which is more than BPM, business process management. It's also about business rules. It's about, I don't know, routing and all kinds of automation. And also the so-called intelligent document capture. Yeah? It's about processing documents and extracting information, relevant information by using AI and several other technologies. We have created a platform, an open platform, you know, working seamlessly with enterprise applications, you know, guys like SAP and Salesforce and Microsoft and Oracle. And we have spent the same amount of focus to integrate with the underlying layer of hardware, you know, with a special focus on storage technology, especially object storage. I don't know, on-prem technologies like Dell EMC ECS and the Hitachi Content Platform, or storage, object storage provided by the big boys, you know, Azure, AWS, or Google. This landscape, you know, on architecture, you can see that SEAL is basically able to manage all types of content, you know, starting with documents, but also audio and video files or medical images. It's able to connect with ready-made connectors with SAP, Salesforce, Microsoft, Oracle, and of course with the business office technologies like SharePoint and the Microsoft Teams. At the same time, through our API, we are able to connect with every single application. So as part of my demo, you'll see how some clicks from our UI, user interface, but the same experience you can have from an external application, you know, working from the SAP user interface or an external application user interface. Now, by providing a next generation platform, several times we are replacing legacy offering. Yeah, so is not only about providing a new technology, it's also about moving billions of objects and associated metadata sitting in legacy platforms for years. And this is why we have created this platform, Star Migrator Engine. And it's a platform able to migrate, in a controlled way, billions of objects, associated metadata, meaning the business context there, from a lot of sources, from OpenText, from IBM, from Oracle, from Alfresco, Highland, Homebase, and so on. And you can do it, you don't need to use, what you have seen from Alex, the command line interface. We love technology, but we love also user experience. So if you'll have a look on our platform, Star Migrator Engine, it's about clicks. It's a rich user interface allowing not a non-technical user, but not so technical user to orchestrate this process. And if you see here, this is the process, right? It's about connecting with a lot of sources. It's about defining a migration job with priorities, with different threads, with orchestration, with reporting, and so on. And of course, later on to run the process. And we are talking about billions of objects. Now, I have told you about ECM, but let's combine our software capabilities, software platforms with our cloud knowledge. And this is how we created DOCS2CLOUD. Yeah, this is an offering. In fact, it's a mix between our software platform, SEAL, and our cloud capabilities coming from our own data center, so StarVault brand, or work with I don't know, Azure or AWS or Google Cloud. So it's a software as a service defined for enterprise customers. Several times you'll find, consumer-like software as a service, really cool, solving problems. There are not so many offering in the enterprise space covering this approach. So enterprise level SLA, performance, customization, served in a very simple way, And you'll see, the top characteristics, coming from our offering. It's a multi-tenancy solution. Sometimes we are providing also a dedicated instance for some customers, but it's multi-tenant in the end. So the return on investment is really, really good. It's a CapEx-free software as a service. You don't need to invest. You are just using. This is really cool because it's not about having a price per user. For large customers with 10,000 users, it's not so easy to pay for it. That is why we design a price per terabyte. It's a simple consumption model with unlimited number of users, internal and external users, able to manage content in a structured way. And again, it's about enterprises. We have moved also in the mid-market, but we are still born in the enterprise, top enterprises. So we are proposing the same level of enterprise features also to mid-size customers, several times reaching this audience through partners, partners like telecom providers or cloud service provider and so on. Multi-tenancy, I told you already, connecting with external applications, sitting on-prem or cloud, like Salesforce or SAP SuccessFactors. And what SEAL is doing is providing this unified content layer with all the features focused on efficiency, compliance, and automation. These are three important pillars. Everything delivered from our own data center. By the way, our data center is located in Bucharest, Romania, but we are serving also enterprise customers in Western Europe or working with hyperscalers, for customers already having, a contract with these guys. I have already told you the main characteristics, just to point out on business user-centric. So as you'll see, I'll make some clicks. It's something really simple to be used, right? You don't need to be a geek, you know, to work with documents, to automate processes, content-centric processes. So we spent some time on making it simple. From the commercial and billing perspective, I split it in the stack. You know, we have the application layer with Seal and Star Migratory Engine. We have the cloud and infrastructure, data center, StarVault, or again, hyperscaler. And of course, we have the business transformation layer, which is covered by our partners or by the customer itself. It's about configuring the platform for specific business use cases, and I will come back to this point. Normally, we are working with, I don't know, 3 years at minimum contracts with a minimal monthly consumption, which is 10 terabytes in Romania. It's much bigger on the global market. By the way, there are not so many customers, vendors in the enterprise content management or content service platform space able to manage billions of objects. You know, there are a lot of DMS, CCM in the market. It's simple to work with hundreds of thousands of documents, but managing billions of objects, it's a totally different game. Okay, in simple words, we are fast. You know, customer onboarding, the initial period, and later on we have the run phase. This is a sample provisioning, implementation project. Normally, for large customers, we are spending 2-3 months, you know, to understand all data sources and to organize, orchestrate the migration. Of course, if we are talking about billions of objects to be migrated, the duration could vary depending on the content. And it's not only about running; it's about offering an assurance for enterprise customers. So enterprise level SLA, incident management, change management, and all the features that should be part of this kind of service. Now, DOCS2CLOUD, I know there are some people, a lot of people here, you know, focus on technology, but in the end, the technology is serving the business. So this is our goal. You know, what we are providing to our customers is not only a platform, but business use cases. And I'll give you some examples, you know. Industry agnostic, so across industries, there are some departmental needs you'll find in banking, in insurance, in manufacturing, in almost every single industry. And you see some functions here. All these functions, procurement, supply chain, I don't know, HR, legal, finance, they're using documents and they have processes focused or document-centric processes. Now moving on the specific industry solution, you can see some examples of content-centric processes covered by Seal, like loan origination or garnishment management, debt collection. It's all about documents and something happening with the documents as part of the business process. We are covering both productivity and compliance, and there are a lot of use cases focused on compliance. It's more and more critical during our days. Some sample use cases coming from insurance. I will not stay too much. You know, something like claims management and I don't know, policy subscriptions and so on. Energy, oil and gas. You know, it's a lot of technical documentation in use cases like capital projects or asset operations or field service or maintenance and repair. Manufacturing, automotive, aerospace, again, a lot of content. Not only technical documentation, consider is not only about scanning papers, you know. It's unstructured content coming from the engineering department, you know, designs, 3D designs, or coming from production, you know, from a product lifecycle management from SAP or from other vendors. Now, Just a recap before moving to a quick demo. These are the characteristics of our service, right? So there are some building blocks. We have a software subscription, which is our own platform, which is SEAL. There is a data center infrastructure consumption, right? Coming from our own data center. We are not talking only about a data center, with StarVault. It's the full technology stack with servers, with networking, with storage, with virtualization, with containers, and so on. And it's about growing from this minimal monthly consumption. Yeah, so we have a price per terabyte for the software, and you can increase the resources below, compute, extra storage, and so on. A multi-million contract with, a large organization, global organization, has a very nice pricing addendum of 6 lines. It's not marketing, it's really simple consumption-based model. Price competitive, yes, multi-tenant, unlimited number of users, this is an important part, but it's not only about the price of the initial license, it's also about the price to maintain the solution, and we are very well positioned. Price per use, it's a real price per use model, a simple one. You will get also some innovation. Again, we are not talking about an old school ECM, but next generation metadata-driven platform. And enterprise support. Staying focused on Romania. I will give you some points coming out from our value proposition. Providing support in the native language, speaking Romanian, is really important. Some of you, maybe you have tried to get some support from a large vendor sitting somewhere in India or US. It's not simple. Yeah, speaking the local language, having some people close to you, it's something really, really important. Also, speaking about location, latency, application performance. Yes, communication. It's better and better every day. Still, there is a price attached to high-performance communication. By having the local data, the application running locally, it's really important from the performance perspective. Data storage, keeping the data locally, it's important. We are part of the big Europe, but still we have European laws. And we have also some regulations, local regulations, and there are more and more compliance-related challenges like cross-border data movement, specific approvals to manage personal data. So it's not easy to do it, and by keeping the data locally, you will solve some of these problems. Now, I will switch to the demo. I'll keep some time for some questions, by the way. Let's make some clicks first. You don't see it. Could you please duplicate? Yeah, okay. Nice, duplicate, okay, good. Do you see something? Okay, something, okay. So, yes, follow my lips. I'll try to guide you through this very nice user experience. Okay, so on the left side, so first of all, it's a really simple to use interface. What you have here on the left side, it's a document hierarchy. I will translate. I'm collapsing and expanding this bar. And you can see here some document hierarchy. I will click on a contract. I'll try to show you the content itself presented to the viewer. right? So you have a document that was created via, I don't know, Microsoft Word, I believe, with some comments and some track changes. You can collapse the viewer, and what you see here is the metadata. Yeah, it's really ugly. Okay, let me try to modify the resolution. Maybe it will be better. Not really. Okay, it's really tough to present you the demo if you don't really see what is happening here. Yeah, because I would like to click on some metadata to show some automation, to show how simple it is to share information, but it's really difficult to see. So let's spend some time maybe with some questions, and maybe we'll better use our time. Yeah.
Yeah. So questions.
You said you have your own data center in Bucharest. Do you have also a remote secondary location, maybe for disaster recovery? Or?
We have two. In fact, we have the primary data center in Bucharest, the secondary data center also Bucharest, allowing you as an enterprise customer to have synchronous applications or clusters, geo-clustering. And we have also the data recovery, let's say, data center in Brașov. Yeah, so business continuity, Bucharest, disaster recovery, Brașov, 3 points replication if you need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Please raise your hand and you'll get the mic. If no questions at this point, maybe you can...
I'm afraid about your tricky question here.
No. I was wondering, maybe you can show us here because the resolution is obviously not the best one, but
yes,
maybe you can walk us through some things you were going to point out during this demo.
Yes.
Even
so
if you don't have
first of all, user experience matters, So my goal was to make some clicks to show you to play a dumb user, sorry to say, non-IT user, let's say, able to use the platform from day one. This is critical because we do have a lot of implementation in the market, in the global market, not only Romania, failing because of complexity, something really difficult to be used by the normal information worker, which is not so advanced. So our goal was to be able to use the platform from day one, starting with video tutorials. I am an old guy, I'm still reading 100 pages documents, but the new information worker prefer to have some video tutorials, right? And we do have some materials, 3 minutes videos, showing to someone really fresh, new with the platform, how to search, how to play with documents, how to automate. So user experience. Second, it's about low code. I know everybody's speaking today about low code, and sometimes you'll find different definitions. Yeah. So in simple words, as a line of business user, you can do a lot of stuff. You don't need IT guys, IT guys in the room, to create, metadata schemas, to speak in C language, to create taxonomies. A line of business user can create with simple clicks a business rule. And I'll give you an example. In 15 seconds, I can create a rule saying for every single unique CNP, personal identification number, please create the virtual employee folder. And it's a virtual folder. You'll see all the documents related with one person there. At the same time, the legal guys can say, I would like to see all the documents related with a litigation number. So for every single unique litigation number, you need to have a key, right? You'll have in the virtual folder all the documents related with litigation or e-discovery. Customer service. For every single customer, you have a VAT number, and you'll see everything as part of the virtual folder. So you don't have anymore limitations and restrictions of the file system, to put a specific piece of content somewhere. You just throw the content there, define some rules, and you see you can make use of your content in a very simple way. Perspectives, document hierarchies based on metadata. The same as you are playing with a BI with structured data to see the content from different, or the data from different angles, the same you can do with SEAL. And you can create your own perspectives by filtering the content. Imagine you have 1 billion objects, but I'm working in the procurement department. So I would like to see only contracts created in the last 2 years, defined by a specific contracts category. So it's a simple query, some clicks to make a filtering. And later on, the next second, you say, I would like to see in this nice document hierarchy on the left, I would like to see first level customer name, customer service. Second level, I would like to see contracts type. Third level, I would like to see the year. So you can play very simple by creating your own subset. You can automate a lot of stuff, instead of making search every day. By the way, we have a very strong search engine behind, is based on Solar, if you have some technical people here. And everything is served, without really touching the storage from high performance index. Instead of searching every single minute or hour, you can subscribe to some queries, and you can be notified, and some processes can start automatically. And all this, magic is not done by the IT guys. It's about the business being able to configure with simple clicks. I'm talking too much, I know,
No, that's what you're supposed to do. So. Okay. If there is any question, just raise your hand and you'll get the mic. If not, maybe, Catalin, we started the day discussing about how IT is starting to be in prime time and not the support guys as it was decades ago. So maybe being the founder and being in contact also with customers, business people, not only devs and so on, maybe you could share where do you see the market going, and which are the things that customers are requesting and are also relevant for developers? Where do you see things going?
I would not stay only about developers and not only about Romania. It's a general question, right? So if I would use one word for the last years, I would use confusion. So we had the old school players, large players, multi-billion US dollar players, providing a lot of solutions, to the market. We have the new wave of startups with really cool technologies coming out, sometimes disappearing, And in this mix, we have some confused customers. My feeling. First of all, we have, they have large providers, they have cool startups, and all the time it's about extremes. They have moved from old legacy guys to next generation. Sometimes they have not obtained they have not reached their objectives, and they are trying to find something different. My view, something in the middle. Enterprise level services combined with a cool part of a startup, but proven technology. Very well priced, not so expensive as enterprise, traditional enterprise, but safer and with a future-proof technology. So I think this is important, and I like to use useful innovation. I love innovation. I love it all the time, but it must be useful, because I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, exciting, but not useful. It's about solving business problems. At least this is what we're trying to do. So not so cool,
I'm still looking for questions. If not, bear with me. I'm going to ask my questions. Speaking of the future, and also now we see a lot of discussions about a potential recession, which we know brings more cautious investments everywhere, not only in technology. Do you think this is going to model in any way the IT market is developing in the future? Do you see any I don't know, pressures to deliver more cost-effective things, more useful things, effective? What do you see?
I see a lot of concerns in the market. I'll speak about the market first and later on about us. A lot of concerns, a lot of customers will be really focused on saving money, will be much more focused on getting some results. So cool is not enough. You should have also some results in the end. And a lot of concerns, you know, the world is getting crazy. Now, moving to our story, you know, the pandemic period was awful. I don't want to remember it, you know, because we had at the beginning of our international acceleration, we had growth already with about 20% export. It was not the best period, not for innovation, for interaction. Now, despite this crazy situation with the war in Ukraine, with a lot of concerns, we are somehow positioned in the middle. You know, coming back to my story, we are enterprise enough, old enough, age enough, wise enough to deliver. We are cool enough. We have only 20 years of experience, not 100, so not so old. So we are really focused on next-gen technologies and so on. So we are somewhere in the middle. And despite all these concerns, personally, I'm really optimistic about what will happen in the next years. So, and by the way, Romania, it's important. I have created a company here. I had the first 14 years of experience in Romania, but for us, for sure, international market is very important. And this is where we are growing right now.
Okay, so for the last minutes that you have, maybe you want to say some things that you want the audience to remain with after your intervention.
I see Sorin Dumitrescu from Banishel here. Alex is not anymore here. I think in Romania it's all about partnerships, and we are not very good at, you know. I see Banishel, you know, solution running in our data center. So 1 + 1 being 3 or 5, I don't know. I see Alex MetalSoft, you know, combined with our simple colocation or cloud, with our unstructured metadata management, because there is specific workload, maybe making use of their technology. So I think it's important to be able to put some pieces of the puzzle together, and I don't know, go international together. Yeah, and yeah, we should not do it alone as we did it in the last years. My view.
Great.